I gotta share this real quick. Share this real quick, guys. Hey, what's going on, people? ¿Qué tal? Saludos, mi hermano. Aquí, mire, ve. All right, man. All right, we're going to talk real quick about...
You guys saw that, right? Physical assault.
We're going to talk about...
Sleep apnea.
a little bit of sleep apnea. What to expect when you come here to Prime. Again, people, this is only information. Come on, man.
What? I'm listening. Do your intro.
Only information when you come here to Prime. Now, I cannot talk about other companies and what they are going to do and whatnot. So, again, this is only for Prime. Let me make sure I'm getting situated here, guys.
We're rushing. Are you ready?
Bro. So, you know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put pictures of these pamphlets up on the description of the video. All right?
Can't resist it. No, I don't smile. Go with Swift. I'll pray for you.
We're going to talk a little bit about this. You know, this is Joseph. We're going to talk about his experience and what it was like for him when he first came in, because it seems that, what, a good 90% of the people coming in are getting the study done?
Yeah, not 90. I would say at least 50-50, yeah.
50-50? All right, so whenever you first come in here at Prime, they're going to do the physical. You're going to go through the whole orientation. During the physical, they're going to ask you a few questions. They're going to be checking your, you know, what age you are. They're going to be checking your neck size, your BMI, your weight, your height. Do you have any heart issues, blood pressure issues, and any of that stuff? Now, whenever they're doing that, they're going to be looking to see if you're flagged for any of those. If you're flagged for 2, then you will be recommended for the
sleep study test.
For the sleep study test. And then, what day would that be? Because you would come in on a Monday, start orientation, and by Wednesday, you would know if you are recommended for the Monday. You would know.
Monday you would know.
So Monday you would know if you are recommended for the sleep study, and then Wednesday, if you are recommended for the sleep study, you will be going to a class. Is that right?
You go Monday, and then you start your orientation Monday, and they hand out your groups. If you're very aggressive, I could say, in getting your stuff done and not procrastinating, then yes, you'll know Monday when you get to your physical if you're going to be recommended for a sleep study or not. And if not, then you'll know by Tuesday. It's a matter of when you get to your physical that everybody has to take when you come to Prime.
And again, they're going to be looking at your age, your neck size, your BMI, your height. Do you have any heart issues or any blood pressure issues? And they'll determine at that point if you're recommended for it or not. I think they're looking for 2 things if you fall into those categories.
If you hit at least 2 of them, then you're automatically gonna get it.
Now, before I met Joseph, my theory was every big person has to take the sleep study or would need sleep apnea. Well, I was wrong, because Joe is a pretty big guy and he does not need sleep study. You know, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Again, like I said, I thought every big dude needed a sleep study, and no, you don't. So, big dude right here, probably one of the biggest dudes I've met, he doesn't need it. So, so after that, then you're done with orientation. You will go out with your trainer on the PSD side, which you're learning to get your license. And very important, guys, prior to coming back, you need to do these. You need to, it says on the first one, it says talk to your fleet manager in 7 to 10 days prior to coming in for your test. You need to call the sleep lab and set up an appointment. All right. Do not, for whatever reason, do not do this. You have to do this. I don't care what the trainer tells you. Why?
You'll be sitting for no good reason. Like
his trainer told him not to call in until they got back to the terminal. Well, he didn't call in until they got back to the terminal, and he had to sit like a whole another week for him to be worked in for the sleep study. All right. So 7 to 10 days prior to you coming in for your CDL exam, you need to call and set up an appointment with the sleep study lab, and then go from there. Prices. The sleep study itself, for anybody that takes it, is $500. Once you become hired by Prime and become an employee, which is when you get your CDL, then they will start deducting that money, $50 a week, until paid off, or within 26 weeks, I believe, right? Yeah. If you need the machine, whether it's a mild to moderate or a severe, then you're going to pay $100 extra on top of that to get the exam read by the doctor, the results read by the doctor, and then $600 for the machine if you have mild to moderate. So we're talking $1,200. If you need the severe, which is a more intense one where it's actually got to put air in your nose and whatnot, then I believe it's $2,000 plus. I'm not sure.
I think it's about $2,500.
All right, Jackal Black, what if you already have your machine? If you already have your machine, you just got to be compliant with it and make sure that they are able to read the results.
They actually just recently changed it. Before, it didn't matter if you had a machine or not. They made you get a new one. But just recently, Prime did change it to where you could
Sandra
use your machine.
No, Sandra Herrera said oxygen, yes. Did I say something else? Oh, yeah, oxygen.
But yeah, they changed it so if you already have a machine and it works, as long as they can get the information they need, then you can still use that machine. You won't have to pay.
You can drive if you have sleep apnea. Whoever told you you cannot drive, I'm going to explain a little bit of when you cannot drive if you have sleep apnea. So going back to the pricing, it's $500 for the sleep study, $100 to get the results read if you need the machine, and $600 for the machine itself if you have mild to moderate, sleep apnea. If you need the severe one, then it's $2,500, I believe Joe said, $2,000 plus. And the good thing about this is it's all in-house. You don't have to pay up front.
Confused sleep apnea with what?
Yeah, confuse it with what? So it's all in-house, and it gets deducted every week. You take the test. Can you reject it? If you reject it, you won't get hired. Simple as that. Okay, that's what's up, Snoop. So once you come back and take the test, do the sleep study, you will get a medical card that is good for 60 days, 2 months. So before the 60 days is up, you have to come back to Prime, get the results, because they want to make sure that you're you don't have to come back? No, well, I think you have to come back to get a
2-month medical card.
You have to come back because you have to get a new medical card.
Well, yeah, eventually, but as far as getting the information, well, it's getting sent from cell towers, so you don't have to go to Prime. You just have to go to any licensed DOT office, and they use that information, and then you can get a new medical card.
All right. Well, I would recommend going back to Prime,
because everything's already there.
You can do it because the information gets sent via internet through the machine, cell phone towers, like Joseph's saying. Let me see what this dude said. Bam, done, baby. All right, so it's recommended if you come back to Prime so you can get a new medical card within the 60 days. And at that point, if you are compliant, then you can get either a 6-month medical card or a 1-year medical card. You will not be able to get a 2-year medical card like other people would. Now, if you are within 70%, I think it is, right? You get a 6 months. 70% compliant on the sleep apnea or the machine, you get 6 months. If you are 80% and above, you get a 1 year. If you're under 70%, you will be shut down. And the machine has to be worn at all times, whether you're in the truck or at home. Because if you're in the truck, obviously you have to wear it. But if you're at home, you're thinking, oh, I don't have to wear it. Yeah, you do have to wear it, because you have to be compliant whether it's within the 70% or 80%. The more you wear it, the better. Now, some people will say, oh, I can't wear the machine. I've heard people, probably from every person that I've met that has a sleep apnea machine, the CPAP machine, have told me that they sleep a lot better. Joseph here did not need the machine. Again, I thought that it was big dudes that needed it, big necks that needed it. No, he didn't need it. And you know, if you recommend it, you have to still pay for the test yourself. But Prime pays it up front. They're just gonna take it out of your check.
Yeah, you only
weekly.
Have to do it for 4 hours.
I don't know how many hours you have to do it.
It's 4 hours, but I mean, are you really gonna wake up after 4 hours and take it off?
Yeah. So
I don't think so.
let me see. Sorry, guys, I'm a little sick. I'm under the weather right now. So again, depending on how compliant you are, you'll get your medical card, whether it be 6 months or 1 year. There's no 2-year medical cards for people that use a CPAP machine. Let me see. If you need the machine mild to moderate, they will deduct $60 out of your paycheck every week once you are hired by Prime. If you need the severe machine, it will be $90, obviously, because it's a little bit more money. So they'll deduct $90 every week until the amount is paid off. If you already have your medical card and CDL license, do you still have to do it? Keith, that is something that they will tell you. You will need to get their medical card. So I want to say yes. If they recommend it, yes. If not, then you're good. There's nowhere else. No, we are in Montgomery, Alabama. Stephen. That is a dumb question. Let me see. All right. So, do you have anything else that you want to add to this? Because you went through the process yourself at Prime. And is there any other information that you think could help? And this is just to help you guys understanding what to expect if you're coming here. I cannot speak about other companies. So, you know, this is only Prime. Matthew, yes. Nimilo. DJ Assassin. All right, do you have anything else other than what we spoke? Do you guys have any questions? What's up, Smitty? What's going on, my man? We're just trying to make sure we cover the information, the basic information. And again, guys, these pamphlets I will put up in the description of the video. I will scan those and have you read them. All right, and then so you guys know what to expect. I don't know what ELD is. Steven, on my way to Salt Lake City. That's what's up, Smitty. Thank you, man, for all the information you give us. Matthew Reed, appreciate that. I sleep 8 to 10 hours every night. Only been like 6 nights in 8 years. That's good, Joe.
It's not about how long.
Juice Garcia, telling my CDL exam on the 1380 tips. Oh, Juice, man, make sure you get plenty of backing, man. Get out and look. Muchos días sin subir video, Junior, estaba preocupado. Well, see and look, I had to take care of a personal issue. Hey, Carlos, what was that question, man? You always got some good questions. Come back with that, man. I had to take care of a personal issue back home myself. That's why I hadn't been up on YouTube. Oh, yeah, we got a Qualcomm, man. I was being funny with that question, too. Prime, mega carrier. Definitely on Qualcomm. So, all right, guys, you know, I'm not going to, you know, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just going to leave it as is. I think I covered the basics, what to expect when you come here to Prime, as far as the sleep app, and the sleep study and the machine and whatnot. Again, it's $500 for the sleep study exam, $100 to get the exam, the results read. If you need the machine,
you go. What they do is when you go for your test, you're going to be at the campus inn, and they're going to tell you what time to show up. And it's going to be on top of the driver's lounge at the campus inn. Then you're going to get your own room, and your, I guess, nurse or whoever's going to be monitoring your sleeping, they'll come in, they'll tell you a little bit about it. They're going to hook up a bunch of wires on your head, on your chest, on your legs, and they will put a little machine over you and let you sit there for like 5 minutes while you're awake. That way you kind of have an idea of what it is, because if you do have sleep apnea, or you start having a lot of events, they call them, during the night, then they will come in and put that machine on you to start basically trying to help you sleep better. So if you make it through the night and they don't ever come in and put that mask on while you're asleep, then good chances are you won't have it, because that's what happened to me. I went in there and went to sleep, and he never came in to put it on me. But if they come in there and wake you up, or tell you, hey, we got to put this on, then you can probably start guessing that you got it.
Okay.
And then,
all right, so let me see. Timoni78. Yes. No, that's not true. You can get hired if you have CPAP, or if you need it. How many hours driving? How many are you get it? Yeah, ELD. That's what it is. Can you put no wireless cameras? DJ Assassin. What do you think of ELDs being on the 18th of companies owner? Hey, that's good, man. Everybody have it. I don't have no problem with ELDs. Is that Tatatil machine is all I call it. Hey, Junior. Hey, Joe. What's going on, Eagle? Yeah, man. Having to take care of some issues back home. So what happens if you run out of hours in the middle of the highway? Junior King, you know what happens if you run out of hours in the middle of the highway? That's what you call poor planning. Sorry, buddy. That's what you call poor planning. Make sure you plan right, guys. Tengo que tener mi CDL para ir a Prime. No, solo el permiso. No, ni el permiso. Dependiendo de donde usted viva, si usted vive en el West y usted va a ir a la terminal de Salt Lake City, entonces sí necesita el permiso. Si va a venir a la terminal de Springfield, no necesita el permiso. Usted toma el permiso aquí. Doesn't matter what your BMI and weight is. Oscar Lechuga, I don't really know on that part. It's case to case basis.
There's a lot of people. They use the weight and the BMI as a flag. There's a lot of people that mix it up as far as, oh, just because you're overweight or your neck size, that you're gonna have it. most of the people that have it are, you know, normal or underweight, then they never get flagged because of it, and they don't know. They don't know that they'll do it, but
yes, DJ Assassin, neck size does matter, you know. And again, I thought that all big guys, big dudes needed it. Obviously, no, because Joseph doesn't need the machine, and I sure thought he was gonna need it. Clint Pickerel, hey man, congratulations, you know, on your journey. Wish you the best, my man. So, all right, guys. Again, you know, this is only for Prime. I cannot speak about any other companies and how they do the process. I'm just giving you a heads up on how and what to expect when you come here as far as CPAP. You can get hired. The only way you will not be able to drive if you have a CPAP machine is if you're not compliant. No, tattoos don't matter, no. If you're in the military and you have a doctor, can Prime give you a note to take your doctor to order the sleep test so you don't have to pay for it? Timoni, I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll do that. What's up, Jeremy? The camp is in right now. Alonzo, what's going on, my man? How's the weather up there? The doctor that did my study wears one and he's skinny as well.
He wears one. Yeah. The weight doesn't really matter.
Okay, so he wears one and he's skinny as well.
It's all about the little there's a little tab inside your throat.
Eagle.
That cuts off the air supply.
I see a lot of people leaving Prime. What's up with that? Well, as far as people that have been hired and they're leaving Prime, or people that come in and get disqualified, what do you mean by that? I wish you could be my trainer. Oh my gosh, you can imagine the conversation. Stephen Padnick. Dang, I forget how to say it again. Tuesday H. Garcia, YouTube learner with this actual DMV question answer. Does it help, man? His actual DMV test questions and answers. I'm going to put a link of where you need to study your CDL practice exams, and it's called www.cristcdl.com, and I put a link up on the bottom for the permit. Yeah.
They tell us to do CDL Prep. It's an app.
Well, we're going to put a link to that too, because I didn't know about that. Puttinage. Dang, I forget, man. Puttinage. Stephen Putnage. No, I don't think I'm still saying it. Where's the best place to buy a dash cam for the truck if it doesn't have one? Well, I would say definitely truck stop, or you can go to Amazon. I got a link on the video that I got my dash cam at. The Garmin 45 is a good camera. I haven't had no problems with it. It does not fall off the little magnet. I put a link in the description of that camera as well. How much is Prime paying for you training a student? I don't know, man. I'll never disclose that. Studying for pre-trip videos, if you snoring, is that a sign?
That's one of the questions they ask you on the questionnaire, if you snore. But
it doesn't. It may be a sign. Yes.
I don't have it. So.
I snore. I don't have it either. So it's a question, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need it.
It's just a marker to flag you for the
Junior
test.
King. All right, CDL Prep. I'll put a link up to that on the description as well. DMV Junior on your phone, okay. No Joe snores.
You snore too. Hey, I saw the message. Don't retract it.
Most companies don't money to bad loads. Is the CDL test hard to take in Florida? No. I have to speak English very good to have my CDL Class 8? No. As long as you understand to be able to pass the exam, being that the tests are in English here. Oh, man. All right, so I'm going to have to let it go, guys, because we're getting a little bit off topic, and I don't want to make this video any longer because it's supposed to be CPAP, you know, sleep apnea information as far as you coming here to Prime. So I'm going to end this, and if you guys want, I can do another video here a little bit later and do a Q&A if I got time. I don't know. Right now we're waiting for a load. I don't have a GPS. I don't even know what that is. All right, guys. I'm going to end this right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this helps, guys. And I'll put some information pamphlets on the bottom, you know, what they expect, you know, what to do, you know, understand a little bit more what not to be yawning like that. And then this is who they use for the sleep study, you know, Cardinal. So all right, guys, please, if you do have time, to be cool. All right, Peche Enriquez, Michoacan, that's what's up, man. All right, guys, have a good one.